Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Knowledge Broker podcast. Don't get too excited. We are not back for season 2 just yet, but we do have a very, very special episode for you today. Today, we are featuring our first guest / takeover host. So, everybody, we'd love to introduce you to Jaimie Park. Wait for the people at home, Jaimie.
Applause.
Jaimie is our client experience specialist, as we mentioned on one of our previous podcast episodes. I am still Trish Frislick, and this is Joshua Campbell. So, like I said, Jaimie's kind of taking over the show a little bit today. So, Jaimie, why don't you get us going?
Thank you very much. So we know at Knowledge Broker, it's all about being innovative, changing things up. But one thing I've noticed from the podcast is that you guys always have so much control. So the point of this episode is to take away your control altogether. They have no idea what's coming. It's going to be a time. So I want to start us off by just going around and saying something that we've learned this week, because I love starting like that.
Ooh.
Josh, what have you learned?
That 2020 is a leap year.
Well, I learned, so I recently got LASIK eye surgery, so I'm seeing you all 2020. Or
Finally.
you guys are hearing me 2020.
As we go into 2020.
As we go into 2020. Amazing.
The 20s.
Yes, I am also in my 20s, and we're going into the 20s. Whoa, so much 20. But yeah, I learned how laser eye surgery works, and I think it is absolutely fascinating, and I highly recommend it for anybody out there who was blind once like I was to invest in it, and then you'll be able to see within literally like 6 hours, which I think is truly phenomenal.
That is pretty cool.
If you could describe how laser eye surgery works in like 20 seconds, what would you say?
Okay, basically you go into one room and there's a machine, and this machine cuts a little C-like shape into your eyeball. That creates the flap. So then you move into a different room, and also that procedure literally doesn't hurt. It feels like nothing. You think you're done within like 30 seconds. Then you go into a second room where the eye doctor opens that flap. You look up, you see a green and red flashing light, and that's a laser. But you can't actually see the laser going into your eye. You just hear it and smell it. It kind of smells like burnt hair, like if you're curling or straightening your hair, kind of that smell. And then once that's done, you're literally done.
That's
they cover
the burning
up.
smell.
Huh?
It's burning it off.
No, it's actually what the laser touches oxygen, that's just the smell the chemical creates.
That's why. Imagine like somebody figuring out how to do that. That's crazy.
It's phenomenal.
It's magic.
Yeah. So anyway, it was the easiest procedure. I mean, it was easier than getting my wisdom teeth out, which I thought was the easiest thing I could do.
And you still get drugs.
And you still get Valium. It's amazing.
If anybody didn't know or see the picture of Trish on Vine, I think it was her mom taking the photo of her, and she's just like, oh, yeah.
I have not seen that.
I'll show you later.
Thank you very much.
No, well, my mom missed it out when I got my wisdom teeth out. She didn't take a video of me because she felt bad. Yeah. And then one of my friend's moms took a video of her, like an 18-minute of my friend just like doped up, right?
Yeah.
Like she's just
YouTube
drugged.
hits.
So my mom was like, you know what? I'm going to take a video of Trish. I feel like she'd like to see this. Honestly, I'm glad she did because I didn't remember any of it. Like, she was like, I thought you were like completely out of it. And I was like, yeah, I had like 3 naps on the way home.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah. Anyway, Jaimie, what did you learn this week?
I learned that there are really weird segments of podcasts. Doing some research.
Yeah.
And I learned that there's a whole field of video game podcasts. So it's just people playing games.
Yeah.
There's one podcast that dedicates themselves to like playing every single game in the world. So you're on your daily commute and you just want to like listen to some Pac-Man. You can do it. Who knew?
Yeah.
The internet's a really cool place.
There's really deep subcultures of podcasting. It's scary.
We'll get there one
There's
day.
a lot of Harry Potter. That's all I will say. There's a lot of Harry Potter.
Do you think people stop talking in general and just only talk to people on podcasts?
Okay, one of my baby
cousins. Like the whole world's just recorded?
Yeah, so my baby cousin now, what she'll do is she'll just like, I mean, she's like kind of growing up as an only child, but she's got 2 brothers. But she literally will just have conversations to herself where she'll go like this. Hi, everybody. I'm Maya. Welcome to my house. This is my toys. Like, she actually talks to nothing as if she's talking to a camera because she sees it in TV all the time. So I think that is a thing. Like, people are like, you know what? Just hold up. Let me throw my phone up and like, let's have a conversation and we'll put it on like Instagram or something like that.
But it's a really good way to process too. If you just like want to get something out, it's a video diary.
It is.
Like, hey Jaimie, my name is Jaimie. Let's talk about how we're feeling.
Literally.
Let's go.
I mean, to be honest, I've been doing that my whole life. I'm an only child. I just talk to myself all the time.
Sometimes I wonder if it's changing the way that we do things. I wonder like sometimes, is it a fad? I wonder. I don't know. I've
been doing this for 23 years.
But what do you think?
Some of us are just a little special.
Yeah, but do you think like the idea of like podcasts right now I personally think they're just recorded conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice way to do actual recordings for online and whatnot, because you're not sitting there trying to record a script and make it perfect and take 10. Like it's just take one.
Well, I mean, I do a lot of scripts and lots of takes in podcasts sometimes.
Well,
but
speaking of podcasts, we're going to segue to something totally different.
All right.
amazing.
So, we're going to pass out a whiteboard to each of you.
Okay.
Now, as you know, avid listeners at home, Josh and Trish, they hang out a lot. They're in the office together all the time.
It's true.
But do we really know how much they know about each other? No, until right now.
Oh my god, are we playing the best friend quiz?
The newlywed game? The newly coworker game?
I'll win.
So, here's how it works. We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Basically, you're each going to write an answer to the question. If the question's about Josh, Josh is going to write his answer, and Trish is going to write what she thinks Josh is going to write, and vice versa. So, we're going to start. If Josh could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh,
Write it, and then we'll flip it together.
I'm a really bad speller, so
Also, I forgot the whiteboard eraser, so use your sleeves. 3,
But yes.
2, 1, and flip it.
Teleportation.
Oh, I said endless energy.
Can you explain?
I want to be. I never want to have.
Superpower. That's coffee.
Sometimes I never want
Giant
to.
cup.
I never want to sleep. I just want to keep going.
See, I figured that Josh
Teleport? That'd be pretty nice too.
Yeah, I figured that Josh would want to travel.
I didn't know
anywhere in
that that's
the
more of a
world.
physical thing. I didn't realize that was more of a.
Well, it's a
All right.
superpower.
All right.
All right, can we do it again? Eraser boards, eraser boards.
Okay.
All right, so next round.
Yes.
What would you say is Trish's one catchphrase if she were to have one?
I don't think I say it that much in the office, so. Okay.
30?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Sucks to suck.
Well, I was gonna say amazing.
Very different answers, but a multi-dimensional personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do say amazing.
I do say
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Maybe I know her
Say
better
so
than
many
she knows
different
herself.
ways.
We just haven't gotten to the sucks to suck Trish yet.
Sucks
Yeah.
to suck. So nice.
No, I do. I say, oh, that sucks to suck.
That means you suck.
No, it's just like a lose-lose, in my opinion. That means
Who do you say it
Sucks
to?
suck?
everybody. I
Oh,
say it all the time.
Well, we can make it happen.
To be
Okay.
fair, I feel like I do. There is a number of things I say, but of course, amazing's pretty good. Though.
There are a lot of
Yeah,
things Trish
that's a
says.
hard one.
She talks a lot. So,
Can I ask one?
Mhm.
Okay. They're loaded questions, I think, though, aren't they? Who
Is Josh's hero? Got it.
who is more stubborn?
Oh, that's easy.
Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Trish.
Kangaroo!
Hang on.
That is fair.
Do you know that?
Oh my god.
This one's tough.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Who is more anal? Meaning they have to get it. No, it's got to be their way. It's more stubborn, but their way.
I think we're gonna have different opinions on this one. Josh.
Trish. Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Debatable.
Okay.
100%.
There you go.
Hey!
One of the things that Christy, Josh's wife, told me really early into working here, because there was this one time I had this idea and I said it to Josh and he's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then I told Christy we were having a chat and she goes, yeah, Josh does this thing where you'll tell him something and you'll say no. And then a few months later, he'll pitch you that same idea as if it was his idea. And she's like, just go with it. I was like, oh, okay. Best piece of advice.
I heard about the wrapping paper.
We've done it with wrapping paper, the podcast,
Just got to plant
everything.
seeds.
Sure.
It's
And
just seed planting.
Josh will that's why I think he's more anal and has to have it his way, because he might not want it his way at the time, but he'll hold on to it and then months later do it and be like, guys, look what I did.
That's a good idea.
So in the middle of the night, you just gotta be like, Josh,
Yeah.
get wrapped.
100%.
Yeah.
Notes on the mirror, all that stuff. Yeah.
And then again, Josh. Anyway, that's
'Kay.
funny.
So,
Gotcha.
last question. What is Trish's biggest pet peeve?
Oh,
She knows instantly.
Trish is writing away. And it's an essay.
She has lots.
so not perfect.
3,
'Kay.
2, 1. Reveal!
People bugging me when I am busy and have tight timelines.
Oh, I said pronunciation.
Of her last name?
Yes.
Trishwick.
Yes. Rishwick. Rishwick.
Trash
Yes.
I
Razwak.
have never felt
Rizwick.
insecure in my life. And then I started working
Pronunciation.
here.
We're so mean to her about her last
And
name.
my own boss. With Wick.
She'll be married
Trash.
one day.
Her highlighter says trash. Just so you know.
Trash?
Trash?
Trish is trash.
I have a lot
That
of
should be a
nicknames.
Heard it here
podcast.
first.
Oh man,
Sorry, we're just beating you up today. No,
It's
we're moving
fine.
on to a more positive
guys,
note.
I love any chance to
This is
talk
good
about
though.
me. This is a question: who's more vain? Easy.
Vain? Fair enough.
The
Who's
only
in more
child.
pain?
Yeah.
Stomach flu.
Oh.
TMI. All right.
Okay,
Anyway.
moving on. So I will steal your whiteboards back. Thank you very
Okay.
much. But you know what else is important? Hashtag transparency.
Oh.
Because Knowledge Broker, we're all about our values. We're all about integrity. And you know, if you want to be transparent, you have to start with yourself and then bring it on to your people. So, Josh, can you grab that lovely bowl that you put the markers in?
Yes.
You've played Truth or Dare.
Oh.
I'm sure. But, thank you so much
Oh
for
my
this
gosh.
wet,
Yeah, it's not like shit paper. in
Those
there.
are not. They have no sickness on them.
delicious. Now they're clean.
Oh.
But, have you ever played Truth or Truth?
Ooh.
Take turns, taking a paper
Here,
from the
grab-
thing,
bring the
and
buck-
telling us
bring
your
bucket
truth.
over.
Here is bucket.
I'll hold bucket.
Josh, what you got?
What's the worst mistake you've made at a workplace?
And
I know
short
I know
answers
this
because
one.
we can ramble.
I know this one. I know this one. for
Besides
Josh.
pronunciation of Trish's last name.
No, I know it.
You're answering okay.
Oh, that's mine.
No.
No.
Josh was drunk one time or hungover when he went to a
Oh,
client
yes.
meeting one time.
Josh went missing.
Yeah.
Wasn't it his first? Wasn't it your first?
Major meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went hungover
I was.
to a meeting.
It was probably my worst mistake.
My truth. Ooh, what's one weird habit you have? I've already said it. I talk to myself. That is a very weird habit.
Add it to
But
the
one,
list.
but one that apparently lots of only children and actors even have.
Interesting.
Yeah, I forget who I was listening to, but an actor was like, yeah, I talk to myself all the time. And I'm like, oh, they're just like us.
I love it's a good way to justify it. Like actors do it,
Yeah.
therefore.
No, literally. And I was probably like 19 when I heard that. And I was like, finally, 19 years
What
of
was the
doing
question?
this. What's one weird habit you have?
One weird habit. It's I don't know if it's a habit, but you definitely talk about your dreams a lot.
That's great.
That's true. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Oh, not like your aspirations, like the dreams.
No,
you
no,
had.
like
I
I
actually
actually,
dreams.
yeah.
Dreams.
I have
Dreams.
really weird dreams. I
Yes.
feel like they need to be shared.
They're like they're
hey, it's
so
not
weird.
every
I
day
don't.
that
sh-
you
I don't
can
share my
dream.
dreams because they're that weird.
There's actually a question about dreams, so save it.
Okay.
Josh, you're up.
Go ahead, Josh.
Okay.
But that's true. I do that.
No one wants to know what's in your head.
Hey,
Not
if the
most of the
Jonas
time.
Brothers killed your best friend with a salami, you'd want to know that.
And now we all do.
I keep having a reoccurring dream, which is interesting. It's always the same location. I'm in some like ski lodge resort that I'm always near like the garbage can and the door, and it's kind of like I'm picturing myself leaving yet coming in. I don't know
Are
why.
you stuck?
Maybe I am right there.
Are you trash human?
Stuck between the garbage can and the door.
You just
Okay.
want to go skiing, but you can't.
Hang on.
Sucks.
Yeah, I know. Which cartoon character do you identify most with?
Whoa.
I know who I identify the most with, but a lot of people don't know who this guy is.
Gets it.
There was a show back in the day called Bobby's World.
No.
And Bobby's World was a Howie Mandel show. Howie Mandel did the
Oh.
comedian. He was the comedy. He was the voice and the total guy that did the production on it. So if anybody hasn't looked it up, it's a really funny show, Bobby's World. And it was just about like this curious kid that would like, he would get on his like big
nerves.
wheel or his little tricycle
Oh.
and just go everywhere in the world and just be curious and look
Well,
up
that's dope.
everything.
That actually
Yeah.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think I identify most with?
You?
Captain Underpants.
Obviously. I don't know. I mean, my cartoon experience is mostly Disney stuff, so I'd have to like, Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Easily Peter
Aw.
Pan. Yeah.
Why?
Because sometimes you're like a child stuck in a man's body in a
Oh,
good
yeah.
way, not in like a bad way.
Yeah,
But
sure,
then
I get it.
sometimes you're also like a child stuck in a man's body
Yeah.
in a bad way.
Yeah.
But also like Peter Pan's like very curious and he's also like very friendly and
I
like
get it.
outgoing
Same
and stuff
idea as
like
Bobby.
that. Yeah. So
Okay.
I would say Peter Pan, but like one of the good Peter Pans. Like,
Cool.
You know, yeah.
No creepy Peter Pans.
I know who I'd be, and it's actually kind of ironic.
Who'd you be?
100% Tinkerbell.
Oh, you be Tinkerbell?
Really?
I
You'd be
am-
a sassy Tinkerbell.
I am a sassy
Should be one
Tinkerbell.
bossy Tinkerbell.
Yeah. No,
But together
Which
it
is
works.
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell is bossy. She's also like all about herself and very independent. Yeah. I'm a total
fair
Tinkerbell.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just think that's kind of funny. I've never thought about that, but look, we're like a little dynamic
Yes,
duo.
aren't we? What have you got?
Okay. Name 5 things you appreciate about the other 2 people. Yes.
Who knew that was
Wait,
there?
5 things? Oh. Wow. Okay.
Better get heavy.
Whew, okay. We'll start with
The other 2
Josh.
people like me and
Yeah,
you?
you too.
Oh, wow. Here
All
we
right.
go.
I'll talk. Josh. 5 things I appreciate about Josh. He's very understanding. He's very open-minded, adventurous, encourages people to get out of their comfort zone, and he can say sorry, which I think is really. It might take a while, but he'll get there and he'll say sorry.
Cool. Appreciate
I
it.
support that.
Yeah. Jaimie is she's the energized bunny. Always full of spirit. I guess that could be 2. Energizer bunny, full of spirit. You could say like the stupidest thing, and Jaimie's just like, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, like no idea is a bad idea, and she's really good at selling it. She's great to like brainstorm with. Very creative individual, and there's so many. It's like hard to. I'm like,
Good cop out.
yeah. So Energizer bunny, spirited, creative, good brainstorming, and just like all around really nice person who knows nothing about like pop culture. So it's kind of fun that every now and again I get to be like, Jaimie, do you know this? And she's like, no, and then I get to educate her.
I
But
don't know anybody.
she'll listen to you
Yeah.
like she knew.
Oh,
No, I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Actually, that could be it.
No, but I mean, she'll like
Jaimie-
she'll wait to the very end, and you'll
Yeah.
be like, "Did you know that person?" She's like, "No."
No, that's another thing. Jaimie. Okay, that's with that then. Jaimie will instantly say, "I don't know something."
Yeah.
She's not afraid to be like, "Oh yeah, oh wait, no, I don't know that." Like
Yeah.
that's one of my pet peeves, because I probably do it from time to time. Like I'll be like, someone will be saying something to me, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah," and then at the end of it, I'm like, "Oh, you've been there," and they're like, "No."
No.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, so then what are you going off on?"
Yeah, no, that's definitely happened to me before. We'll have me in a conversation, be like a movie that I've never heard of, and I'm like, at the end, yeah, so I've never seen that. And they're like, what? The whole time. Yeah, I live under a rock,
Yeah.
basically.
But it's fine.
Thank you for those free compliments. Wonderful.
welcome.
Who knew that was in there?
All right.
So, we're moving on to our last segment.
Okay.
This is my favorite segment, so hold on to your horses. Because here at Knowledge Broker, not only are we about communication and about transparency, but we're about stepping out of our comfort zone. But more than that, we're also about giving advice and taking our knowledge and brokeraging it to other people.
Oh, smooth.
Brokering.
Brokering it to other people. But, you know, we're in the winter seasons. Sometimes you just need a little bit of creativity and a little bit of fun. And what's better, I ask, than music?
Ooh.
Okay.
So today, I'm going to give you a topic, and you're going to give me some advice over song.
Oh, great.
Over a royalty-free track.
Amazing.
All right.
You ready for this, Josh?
Yes.
Yep.
You're up first.
Okay.
So, my first question to you is, do you have any advice for somebody who just needs to take a break?
Ooh.
Ready
You
for
want me to
this?
sing it?
I want you to sing it,
No, you just need to hear the song and be.
and then sing it. I want you to sing
Oh,
on
you
top
actually
of the
want
song.
us to sing it.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
All you need to do is take a break. Put a little time for your own sake. Make sure. I don't know. Mine are all like soliloquies or whatever.
That was really good. Make sure what?
Make sure that you take a break.
Make sure you take a break. You're there first, folks.
If anybody needs
That
a
was
new
really good.
slogan,
Thank you.
Make sure you take a break.
Yeah.
Knowledge Broker theme song. Make sure you take a break.
Wow. It's like one of those after school commercials.
Yeah, it's like, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Photos come across the screen.
Oh my God,
Anyways,
that was
Trish, are you ready for
amazing.
this?
Yeah, I'm so ready.
My question for you is, how do you get out of a creative block? 5, 6, 7, 8.
The best way to unblock your brain is to get out of your environment and change the game.
Oh!
Move into a new space you've never been before. To unlock your creativity, it's right behind that door.
Hey! You were meant to do this.
Yeah.
Man,
I've
all right.
been waiting so long for someone to actually ask me to
To
sing.
make you sing. This is your debut. I'm so excited for the
You
Knowledge
let it out.
Broker
This is
album
the
coming out
debut.
soon.
She's gone. She's gonna go fly and sing.
Coming up Valentine's
Guys,
Day.
watch out.
It's funny.
All right,
Top
Joshua
of the
Campbell.
charts.
Do you have any advice on balancing work and life?
Well, how come my stuff's all about balance and taking breaks?
Figure
Balance? Make sure you take a... I get hip-hop, maybe.
Go ahead.
You got to balance... No, that's not working. No, I got nothing. Come back to me.
We're going to give you another one. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, this is good. This is good. This is whimsical.
Same song?
Same prompt.
Yeah.
Balancing work and life.
Okay. Take a break. Balance your life.
Same song.
Make sure you pay attention to yourself. Cut to chorus.
Take a break. Take a break. Take a
There it
take
is.
a break.
Take a break. Take a break. Take a break.
This is really great.
Hang on. I
So
can tell you. I
basically, the
can,
key to life is just take a
Josh's
break.
Wow.
Joshism of the day. Just take a break.
Just take a
You
break.
guys have plunked this into my
Take
head.
a break.
no, I can't
Josh,
get it
how
out.
do I shovel the driveway? Just take a break. Josh, how do I drive a car? Just take
Yeah.
a break.
It's the first
Josh,
thing you
how do I
planted
cure
in my
cancer?
head.
Just take a break.
Josh, how do I eat a Kit Kat? Take a
Just
break.
take a break. Sponsor us.
That's sponsored. All right, Trish Rizwick. In a world where there's
Full of
so much
people?
out there,
Okay.
full of people, in a world full of marketing,
Oh, okay.
how do we stay unique? To the tune of jazz comedy.
Oh. Well, if you want to stay unique in the marketing world, you gotta explore new horizons around the world. You got to use color and fun fonts too, and make sure your pictures don't look like poo. That's how you stay unique in the marketing world.
That was really good.
That's pretty good.
Don't have pictures that look like poo. I agree.
That's
Yes,
literally
that's
the
what I
number
do
one
remember
tip.
now.
That's my number one tip.
Oh, so great.
Yeah, I
So
shouldn't
hard.
be doing this either.
All right, Joshua
Last
Campbell.
one.
Second last one. What is one piece of advice that's really stuck with you? That you
Take
To
a
the tune of-
break. Take a
Hang on.
break.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
to the tune of moose.
No.
Moose?
Moose.
Never mind.
What?
I
Yes?
was going to say, Josh, explain to us real estate to the tune of moose.
Josh, explain to us real estate to the tune of moose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, good one.
Real estate?
Yeah. Go.
Real estate is one of those jobs that not many people get. And we put our heart into it for little people to know what we do.
Just little people.
It's really hard to get these things going,
Really
but
hard.
ultimately we do it. I'm trying to find a rhyming word to
Do it.
cut the chorus.
Do it.
Do it, do it, do
Do it. Do it. Real estate.
Real estate. It could be commercial or residential or
But it's really
commercial
hard.
or residential.
You know what? You guys are actually really good side singers. I feel like I'd do really well with this if I had a script. Good job.
Oh. This is
I've learned
fun.
so much. Real estate. It's hard, turns out. People don't know what we do.
You just try to help little people understand things.
Commercial or residential.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
my
let's look at
tidbit.
podcast.
This is called just a moment of embarrassment for Josh and guys.
For Josh and Trish and Jaimie just gets to sit
Yeah,
here
yeah,
and enjoy
yeah,
the
yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is past Christmas.
This is
Merry
past
January
Christmas.
to
Yeah,
all of
literally.
us.
Happy 2020 to us.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the best gift anyone could give. Take a break.
Song.
Take a break. Take a break. To the chorus. To the chorus. Take a break.
Stay.
Take a break. Yeah. Real estate.
You're so good.
You guys are
Let's make a
encouraging.
band.
Honestly.
Okay, let's do it.
But we have to make a band solely based off what Josh says.
Yeah.
We can just dubstep everything.
In a perfect world. In a perfect world. In a perfect world.
What did I say? Awesome. Eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
I can't wait for our music video.
We're going to do that really mean thing, you know, when someone takes like an emotional speech and then they dub it and then they like cut it. So it's like, I was at the mall. And then
And
cut
Santa came. Next year, coming to a tree near you.
Literally, give your family the gift of Knowledge Broker's first debut album.
A Knowledge Broker Christmas.
Knowledge Broker Christmas.
Seriously, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
We can do this.
We've got the equipment.
You got the talent.
We have
All right.
royalty-free music.
Last one
Okay.
goes to Trish Rizwick.
All right.
And the question is, how can you find your unique ability?
Ooh.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
To the tune of Sexy.
Well, when you're looking for your unique ability, you gotta try a lot of things before you get your unique ability.
Ability.
Oh, yeah. So just try.
What kind of things?
Everything.
Unique
As long
ability.
as it's not illegal.
Do you have any input?
No, that was good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, ability.
Unique ability.
We don't need the backing track. We can do
No.
it. Anyways,
Acapella.
thank you very much for this wonderful experience.
Jaimie, thank you so much.
I had no idea the talent that was in this room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
And now we need to exploit it.
I think
Yes.
so. So, shout out to any sponsors. If you want to sign a record deal with us, like
Any producers, we're looking.
Scooter
Only
Braun.
the best.
No.
Yes.
Will I Am.
Other ones, Snoop Dogg,
Timberland. I think-
Jim Carrey. Isn't he from Newmarket?
Yeah, but he's not a producer.
He knows
I mean,
people.
he
Jim
might produce-
Carrey.
Yeah. the lead drummer, the drummer from Arkells, Tim Oxford. Oh yes, yes. Tim Oxford, reach out to us. We need a drummer.
We know who you are.
I know you're busy, but you're from Newmarket. We live in Newmarket. Come see your mom and let's make an album.
We'll sell you buy you a house.
Yeah.
We'll figure out
We'll
the
find
value
you a
prop.
house. It's fine. Anyway, so I guess that's it for us.
That's it
All right.
for this time.
For this time. Until next time, Jaimie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Yes.
for having me.
Thank you for taking over.
Yes.
And so hopefully
Bringing-
this is the first of a new chapter for the Knowledge Broker podcast where we have some guests on. And
She definitely brought more, what do you want to call it, lightheartedness?
she brought her spirit.
She brought her spirit
She's
and
the
also
Energizer Bunny.
I didn't bring the lightheartedness. At the end of the day, as Josh says, you gotta take a break. You gotta take a break. You gotta take a break.
You gotta take a break.
Slow fade out.
Thank you very much for stopping by our channel. If you have any questions or if you're looking to buy or sell, go to our website and contact us today. Knowledge is power and creates experts in understanding. If you want power, hit thumbs up on this video and subscribe to our channel so you can get weekly videos from me, your knowledge worker.